This will be very brief, and I said that I wasn't going to make any more videos about this or talk about this anymore. When you get to the end, I hope you'll understand why I went back on what I said, and there won't be any comments or ratings available on this, because this is simply what I want people to understand. And I've got another video coming up right after it, and everybody will move on. It'll be no big deal. I'm waiting for Batman Matrix to write back to me and let me know if he wants me to remove the video that I have up about him. So if that video disappears, then just assume it's done. I'm not really going to amend this. I might make a note or something. First of all, I want everyone to understand I never turned Batman Matrix 1 into anybody. What I did was, when he had made a threat, I said, I guess I'm going to have to contact the authorities. Now, had he said, hey, look, don't do that, I was just kidding, or I didn't really mean it, or whatever, it wouldn't matter to me how he said it. He could have been as nasty as possible, really. But if he said, he wasn't serious about it, then I would have said, okay, well, I wasn't serious either. But since he decided to say, well, I'm not scared of that, I'm not afraid of that, that doesn't bother me, okay, well, then I'm doing it. I didn't really do it, but since he's not scared of it anyway, it shouldn't have been a big deal. All I was really trying to do was show that when you threaten somebody, you don't necessarily get what you want. All you do is hurt yourself. Now, I said in the comments on the other video, and I'll just briefly go over real quick here, because, like I said, I may be removing that video. I hope I will be. I hope it turns out that way. I don't hate him at all. I want him to get help. I want everyone to get help that needs any kind of help. I really don't want to see anybody suffer, to be honest with you. I think it's silly to get all worked up over the internet. If somebody doesn't want to be your friend or whatever, then they don't want to be your friend over the internet. Big deal, who cares? And he seems to take it really personally when somebody doesn't want to be his friend or whatever, and it's nothing to get worked up over. You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. And he caught a fly with honey. He sent me a private message under a new account and essentially said he wanted us to be adults. I said, okay, let me know and I'll remove the old video. It's really not a big deal. I'm really not that vindictive. So, I hope that he will, A, stop the goofy spamming stuff, because that really does piss me off. And I think I have a right to be pissed off. Like I said, I don't want to wade through 14 pages of stupid stuff, and copy and pastes and things like that. And it's clear he was doing it to annoy people. And it is annoying when you're trying to have a conversation, you gotta wade through that. So, I hope that he knocks that off and tries to have some civil conversations. And if he does, I'm cool with that. But to clarify something, when I had mentioned that he was potentially dangerous, Sean had come back and said, well, he's not dangerous to you, he's in England, all of this. I want everybody to remember a certain fundamentalist Christian who just recently shot a girl that he went to college with and then shot himself. Now, people that watched his videos said, wow, this guy's really got a mental imbalance, he's really got problems. But I'm sure very few said, hey, I bet he's going to go and kill people. Well, when you're making videos and well, he doesn't say these in the videos, but when you're making comments about ejaculating blood and being attracted to children, now I don't consider Jehovah's Witnesses, nor most anti-Jehovah's Witnesses, we're all a weird bunch. I don't consider any of that group normal, but among normal people, when you talk about being sexually attracted to kids, even if you're kidding, even if you're just doing it to get to people, people don't take that kind of thing very well. And like I said, even though I'm in this weird kind of group, I don't take that well either. I don't think it's funny. I think it's messed up and it may indicate a problem. I would hate to think that he really does have a problem like that, but it's not cool. And when I say that he's potentially dangerous, I'm referring to people like this other guy that went off and killed someone and killed himself. I don't think that Batman Matrix 1 is dangerous to me. I live in another country and he has no idea where I am. But when you say things like that, I have no way of knowing that he couldn't turn out like this other guy, going and shooting someone, shooting himself. And I don't want to hear, well, he's a Jehovah's Witness, he wouldn't do that, because you all know better than that. So that's what I meant when I said potentially dangerous. I would suggest, Keith, that you kind of tone that stuff down a bit. Like I said, you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. You're not going, if you want friends and you're upset because people don't want to be your friend, number one, deal with it. If they don't want to be your friend, fine, so what? It's my mom who you have said that you were going to fuck, and I know you just said that because you were mad. My mom used to tell me, if somebody doesn't want to be your friend, that's their loss, not yours. And it's the internet, so it's really not a big deal. But if you do want them to be your friend, just a piece of advice, sending them messages saying that you're going to fuck their parents or that you are attracted to kids or that they're a cunt probably isn't going to turn them around. But I don't believe, in necessarily holding grudges if it's not necessary. I believe anybody that wants help should be able to get it. And again, not comparing you, Keith, to this person, but if George W. Bush truly repented, truly, and I mean like you could tell he was serious and not just manipulating people, if, he truly apologized and repented, and you could tell that he was really serious and sorry, and he acknowledged what he had done and actively worked to try to make up for what he'd done, I would forgive him. And certainly somebody being a goofball over the internet is a little easier. There's really nothing to forgive. It's just I want to know that you're going to calm down. It's not a matter of forgiving. It's a matter of not wanting to put up with a bunch of stupid shit. So that's it for me. As far as that goes, I won't be making videos about this anymore. But I wanted to clarify that because it seems like I'm starting to become demonized over this. And I want people to understand where I'm coming from. As well as you, Keith. Like I said, there's really no hard feelings. I don't wish anything evil on you. If anything, if you have problems, I want you to get help, if you've got to meditate. There's good books out there that'll teach you how to do that. I can even suggest some to you if you would take it seriously, and it really does help. But meditate, or if you have to see a doctor. I don't believe in chemical antidepressants and stuff. I think they're bad for you, but maybe there's some people that just can't get by any other way. If that's the case, knock yourself out figuratively or literally. Whatever you gotta do, but I know you have a kid, and certainly, kids don't need somebody acting real crazy. Maybe you don't act like that in front of her. Like I said, I don't want anybody to come back taking that personally, saying anything insulting. I'm not going to talk about your family, even though you've talked about mine. I don't work that way. So, I mean, as long as you're cool with that, I'm cool with saying water under the bridge and move on. As long as you're not spamming my videos and stuff like that, then I don't have a problem.